welcome to the X22 Report. My name is Dave, and this is episode number 35. The title of this episode is The Illusion and Reality of the Economic Collapse. Basically, what we're going to talk about today is we're going to go back to 2008, see what was going on there, and see what government and non-government people were saying back then compared to everything after 2008 and what has been done and what they've been saying. Now, I'm going to try to stay off of like the NDAA, the Patriot Act, and all that kind of stuff, and I'm just going to concentrate on the economy and what they were saying. And I know I brought this up in other episodes, but I wanted to just delve a little bit deeper into everything that the government or non-government people say. I say non-government because the Federal Reserve is really non-government. Every time they say something, it is always the opposite. And this is why I want to look back and look at what's going on now so we can prove that this theory is correct. And we can see what they said before the actual crisis happened, if we are right or wrong. And to me, the illusion is them saying something and making everyone feel good. The reality is the collapse that actually happens, or the crash that actually happens. So we'll take a look at that once we are done with the current news. And for all you new people that are just starting to listen and come in, welcome. If you haven't visited the People yet, go over to the People Forum. We have a lot of great people there talking about what's going on. They usually bring up many, many different issues, and it's a great place to be. And it doesn't cost anything. Your identity is secure. You don't have to tell anyone who you are, and you can just go on there and talk to people, or just read the forum and just find out all different things. If you want to sign up and get the alerts before it goes to YouTube, I have a sign up, and you only receive one email a day from me when I put the report up, and that's it. There's no other emails that you'll receive. And listen, if anyone has or finds something and wants to submit a Sentinel alert, you can just do that right on the Sentinel alert tab on top of the website. And once you get onto that page, there's another link, and I don't need your name or anything. I just need the source link, the title, and I'll read it over and put it up there for you. And if you want your name, you can put your name there. If you don't, it's no big deal. But if you find something, hey, let us all know. And let's see. Let's get started. And North Korea seems like they're moving their missiles, all around. They're taking their launch pad and moving their missiles into different locations. But they haven't really test-fired a missile like they said they were going to do. I believe Pakistan did fire a test missile, but that doesn't count because we're really looking at North Korea. And, so far, with all this propaganda and everything that's going on, we haven't really seen anything. I mean, we're at a stalemate. The only question I have still are, where are those two subs? I mean, we heard a report about them, and, they're just gone. I mean, of course, they're in the ocean someplace, but it's just amazing to me that no other word nothing else is going on, unless they were hijacked and they're going to be using the false flag later on, and they're just keeping them hidden until they need them. That's the only thing I can think about that. But that to me is just strange how they just vanished. And another report that came out is that half of the U.S. drone strikes in Pakistan weren't against Al-Qaeda, which, you kind of figured that all these drone strikes firing on all these people really wasn't Al-Qaeda that they were firing on. It was just, a lot of it was just, people. And they were just shooting at anything. And this is the problem with this, is that we're killing innocent people for no reason. Not us, but the administration. And to me, we shouldn't even be in these countries doing drone strikes. I mean, can you imagine if you're sitting there in your office building or in your home or your kids are at school and these drones fly into our country? I mean, I'm talking about the United States, but if you're in England or you're in France or Spain or Australia or Greece or Cyprus, and you're just sitting there and you see a drone come in and you look out the window and you see missiles firing into your building because somewhere, someplace, there could be someone they're targeting. But, if they take out a couple hundred people, it doesn't really matter. I mean, that is an act of war. I mean, if it happened here in the United States, I hate to say it, but that's an act of war. And we really don't have permission to fly into these countries and start shooting up people. What gives us the right to do this? Or any of the countries the right to do this? And this is not sanctioned by Congress or anything. I mean, we're just doing it. To me, it makes no sense whatsoever, and no one wants to talk about it, and it's just completely against everything American. Now, another thing that's completely un-American or not constitutional is this new report that the IRS claims they can read your emails and other electronic communications without a warrant. So basically they just say, oh, Constitution, Fourth Amendment, we don't really care. We'll do what we want and we can do whatever we want. And what they're saying is that there is no privacy in online communications. But why is that? Is there privacy on a phone? I mean, if you're communicating online, you're communicating with, with an email from person to person. If you're on a phone, it's from person to person. So I don't understand their logic in this because it doesn't hold up. If you send a letter, they can't intercept it. I mean, just because we're sending an email electronically doesn't mean they can intercept it. It makes no sense to me because emails are the same as letters. It's printed word. I mean, a letter is printed words on a paper. Email is the same printed words on an electronic piece of paper, which is made up of bits and bytes. The delivery methods are a little different. The post office takes your mail and brings it to where it has to go through, planes, through trucks, and then, through cars. Email goes electronically through wires, and then it ends up in the place where it's supposed to be. Almost like you can say it's just like a fax. So what they're saying is they can intercept all faxes too. And all phone calls, because your voice is then digitized and it's broken up into bits and bytes and sent across wires. So their argument does not hold up whatsoever. And where is all these constitutional lawyers again to stop this? I mean, no one ever says anything. They just everyone just is doing whatever they want to do. The Constitution doesn't matter, and it's really getting out of control. And no one's concerned about this. Now, and I understand the ACLU, the American Civil Liberties Union, requested these documents and got this and brought it to light. But where is everybody else in the government where they say no? Where's the Supreme Court? All these judges, and they should be striking them down for this. But no, nothing. And even with the CISPA in a closed door, so we don't know what's going on for cybersecurity and what they're going to do with private information. And they were supposed to make these amendments where your information stays private, but they're doing this behind closed doors, so nobody knows anything about this. To me, when someone does something behind closed doors, something's going on that they don't want the American people to see. They don't want anyone to know about what they're doing, and they don't want anyone to know about what's in this document. That is the only reason why you do something behind closed doors like this. So, I mean, right now, I do not believe that your personal information is safe with this CISPA law. And they're going to try to get this thing completely passed and done because President Obama already wrote up the executive orders. To hear the rest of this report, go to x22report.com. And while you're at x22report.com, visit The People. This is a community of people discussing the economic collapse. Again, go to x22report.com to hear the rest of this report. Thank you.